Alrighty, so here we are playing some more Tropico 6, and we are on to episode 12 of our industry island. Now, I got a lot of comments lately on all sorts of things about the drones, and all the comments are super helpful. However, I think it's detracting too much from, just like, it's too much of something else to be focusing on. I mean, I did learn a lot, but I think I'm gonna focus instead wholly on just the industry for the rest of this playthrough. So I'm gonna load back to save 6 here, which is at the end of episode 6. And what's kind of funny is like the island really like hasn't grown much. So this is where we're at. We're at the end of episode 6, and like really it looks the same. Like we almost have exactly the same industry buildings, 2 canneries, all sorts of stuff, but no drones. And so I think I'm going to focus just strictly on getting all the industry and stuff up instead of trying to focus on drones. I'll probably incorporate them into another build later, but for this build I'm just going to focus on nothing but the industry. So something that I was thinking I should do is get an El Presidente club. Reason being is that this building can allow you to do some pretty cool stuff, but alongside that we're also going to need a corruption agency. So let's go ahead and unlock it, purchase it, set it down somewhere, wherever we can fit it in. And so what's nice about save 6 was this is before I set up the asylum, and so instead of using an asylum to get everyone to follow the industrialist, I can simply set up this El Presidente club, and I can make the environmentalist not care about all the industry buildings we set up. So that'll be nice. And I'll show you exactly how that works here in a moment. 60k, so yeah, we're still making pretty good money, but some of the tips that I got, like one was saying like don't worry about trying to get all of the goods into warehouses. And so I was like, okay, that is actually pretty smart, because I probably built like 20 warehouses, which is like $1 million. Like I wasted a whole $1 million on, but my concern with it was I didn't want like goods to not be evenly spread amongst everything. And so to me, my logic behind it was, what's going on? My logic behind it was I wanted all the goods to go to a central location and then be evenly spread throughout. And I think that the systems are just a bit too like wonky for that to work. There's just way too many drones that I had flying around. I might incorporate some into this build. We'll see. Instead, what I might do also is the not drone delivery service, but the drone taxi. I might check this one out, so that could be interesting.
El Presidente announced the opening of Tropico's corruption agency, which will finally centralize all our corruption at a great saving to you, the taxpayers.
So in a corruption agency here, we're going to need to fight corruption. Pretty self-explanatory. I mean, corruption is pretty detrimental to any island. So we're going to do that. And in terms of the El Presidente Club, so in terms of the El Presidente Club, what I can do is hire an environmentalist and put them on build whatever. Building construction does not decrease standing of the environmentalist. And so that's nice. And so there's that. I could go with some other things, but we'll leave that how it is for now. Just focus on building up industry. And so now that we've gone ahead and done that, we already have the gold set up, which is nice. I might as well spend a bit of time getting all of these mines that we had previously set up again. So let's go ahead and do this. And we need some tunnel connections. And from this side to here. And just connect this all up with roads. Okay, so there's that. We're gonna need more population quickly. So I am going to actually build up a fire cove. Let's go ahead and build this. And we're going to just spend some time getting new population in. I'm also going to get rid of all of the apartments, get rid of all of these flop houses again, replace them all with tenements. And I should honestly destroy all of the entertainment buildings and replace them with movie theaters. I think that's definitely the move here. So let's go ahead and just start on that. Can get rid of all these taverns as well. And these parks. Okay, so there's that. And let's just start building up some movie theaters. Can also get rid of this cocktail bar. The stadium's still giving a service quality of 100, which is nice. Oof.
Energy efficiency is a Tropican concern, so every Thursday is now Bathe in the Dark Day. What were you going to do in there? Photosynthesize?
Always want to stay on top of our trade deals. Nothing too important that we can trade for right now, so we'll just continue on how it is. So yeah, I mean, it is a shame. I completely failed on the island, to be honest, on the drone island. Like, I shouldn't have done... I mean, I probably could have, like... Well, I don't know. There was just so much stuff going on. Maybe if I had an El Presidente club already set up, and also had the religious faction in here, so environmentalist and religious, then they wouldn't have cared so much that I was building up so many drones and industry buildings. But on top of that, the drones were just getting super expensive. It was tough to like eke out any amount of profits that I could build onto the island. I was just so focused on the drones. It would have been really cool to have it completely set up with just drones, but I think having a better like building plan, like I kind of planned on making this a bit more of like, I don't know, like city blocks and stuff, and I think having a smarter build idea would have been better. Anyway, so I want to just get the industry island done with as soon as possible. I've kind of spent like a whole lot of time on this build, and you know, you can only spend so much time on a build before it kind of gets a little stale to just be like building up. Especially with the drones, like the drones are cool, it's just, I don't know, I just didn't know how to do it that well. So we're only paying this guy $150. That's a lot of money though. Have a Drake instead. Nice. Wow, that's pretty wild. So I rarely use this building. Bake charity. Increase happiness gain on club member by 2. Nice, okay. I think instead... we need to get the population skyrocketing to keep up with our growing island here. There's something that I wanted to do instead. What is it? What was I thinking? Maybe the ministry is what I was considering? There's something... Oh no, childhood museum. Okay. I mean, I can go ahead and build a childhood museum. Pretty useful little building. Kind of an awkward size, but I think it's okay. build this right out front of there. Let's go ahead and just slap in some parks here. And we're gonna need to research this, so let's go find it. Probably Cold War, yes. Okay. We're gonna need the population to come up a bit before we try and... before we should go forward building new jobs, so we'll just give it some time. In the meantime, I should try and get rid of as many of these houses as possible. What happened? Oh, this is what happened. Canned goods done. Okay, so we have 100k, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's turn on urban development and just get rid of every single apartment. And all of these. Alrighty, so there's like all of the housing dealt with. Almost all of the housing. We're gonna get rid of that and these houses over here. Okay, so there's all the housing dealt with. So let's go ahead and let's see how many homeless families we have. 305. So that means like, what is that? 20 apartments? No, 20 tenements. Around 20 tenements should do. So let's go ahead and just start slapping these around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And let's go ahead and destroy these. And just to compensate for that, we'll go ahead and just build up 2 more real quick. Maybe 1 here and 1 here. With a small park in between. Okay. So, this island is functioning a bit better now. We still have the high school. I don't want to build any new jobs right now, though. I could build a college, but it's not like we need a whole lot of college-educated Tropicans anyways. Maybe like 1 college would be good. Because we don't have like a whole lot of college-educated jobs, and I don't want to build up too many offices. So now we have the Childhood Museum. Put it on the max budget, and let's go ahead and find maybe this one. Increase efficiency of all plantations and mines by 5%. Ranches, factory ranches by 5%. Of all industrial buildings, self-made entrepreneur. I think we're gonna go with this one. So increases the approval of visiting citizens, increases the efficiency of all industrial buildings by 5%. The US has a constant relationship bonus of 15 on base efficiency. The Middle East doesn't like us quite as much, and it's going to give us a standing with the industrialist faction, so that's really good. So we'll go with that. And if we check out the factions now, we can see we have a 100 standing with the industrialists. That's really, really nice. So once we start getting everyone moved over to the industrialist faction, then everyone should be pretty happy with this. And also, now that we have movie theaters, service quality 88, we need the ministry. So let's go ahead and do that. if we can find a good spot for it. Maybe here seems fine. I don't like the way this road wraps around though. So we'll do that. Put this on a high priority because there's so many buildings that our construction crews are focused on, and I'd rather them get this ministry up sooner rather than later. On top of this, we're gonna need... You know what I might do instead? Is I might actually go and get the Brandenburg Gate. Like I said, World Wonders are like really overpowered, but I mean, because it's so overpowered, I might actually use it for this island because the Brandenburg Gate will get rid of... It'll make people not be in the diehard like sections of these factions, and so if we can get no one to be diehard environmentalist, then that means that we can push everyone towards the industrialist faction, and so I think that might be what I'm gonna do. So let's go ahead, next level. The other one's on next level as well. Let's demolish that. Okay. Ooh, even more. Alrighty, so now I wonder... 200 homeless families still. A power shortage. Okay, power shortage has gone away. The ministry is being constructed on up. Very nice. Yeah, no, I should push everyone towards the environmentalist faction. Sorry, the industrialist faction. So let's go ahead and build ourselves our first radio station as well. So we can affect, we're gonna need like 2 of these. Build one right here where this park used to be. And let's build another one sort of over here in the downtown area. So it's reaching all the way to those 4 buildings, so we'll go to maybe around here. Okay, so there's that. Let's go ahead and quick build both the radio stations, actually. Put them on the max budget, and let's go ahead and research the radio station. So there we go. Nice and researched, and let's put this on Tech Talk. Okay. So now we're pushing everyone towards the industrial faction, which is really nice. Industrialist faction. And our ministry is about to be finished. So let's go ahead and Department of Economy, Capitalist. Okay, so that's what we want. So all of our buildings are a bit more efficient now. And you know what I might do? Is I might actually... We're making so much money that I think I could... Why are the capitalists so happy? I'm not sure. I might turn on... What is it called? Free Wheels. Free Wheels is like a super communist thing, but for $12,000 a year, everyone will be able to drive. And so I might wait just a bit longer, but I think it is going to drastically help move the population around a bit. I wonder why... Oh, it's probably because no one wants to work in the coal mines again. Forgot all about that. Nope, we still have workers in here. Let's go ahead and research Employee of the Month. And let's activate it once we get some money. So there's that. Drone command. The militarists are upset. I wonder why. That's kind of strange. I feel like they shouldn't even have a reason to be upset. Yet they're standing 0. That's kind of weird. I wonder what's going on. The intellectuals are upset because of the tenements we're building. So then let's go ahead and invite a intellectual here. And let's do build whatever as well. This building's really overpowered, but I mean, I think it's worth it. So now we don't need to worry about that. I wonder why the militarists are so upset though. Like sure, right to bear arms makes them upset, but there's like literally nothing else that should make them upset. That's kind of worrying. They want us to get a drone command. We're not going to be able to, so we're probably going to have to deal with a coup, but I feel like... Oh no. Department of Economy. Capitalist. Okay. I feel like letting ultimatums happen decreases the personal experience of like your population, which isn't good. So I said I was going to activate Employee of the Month. So let's go ahead and activate that. And we can go with the lowest budget on the tenements because the population doesn't care about it. Let's see, how do we get the Brandenburg Gate? I think it's our Pirate Cove. Yes, so let's turn off all of these and let's do the Brandenburg Gate next. Anyways, so we finished up some trades, so let's go ahead and look for a new trade route with, we need Russia and the Middle East, so let's go ahead and look for those. The Middle East, we can trade electronics. I don't think we can do apparel to Russia, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. The Middle East, I would do electronics, but I don't think we quite have that set up yet. No, of course not. So let's just give it a bit of time then. Got the Ministry. Department of Defense. I'm not sure that there's anything here that I want to do. Department of Education. We can do the communist one. Department of Foreign Affairs. We definitely want industrialist candidate. Department of Interior. We can do the intellectual candidate, that's fine. Okay, so there is that. So the reason I invited the intellectual person to be a club member is because this means that I can build tenements forever and they'll never really care about it. In stock. Maybe we need more coal. You know what it might even be is maybe we need more Teamsters offices. Or a bus garage to bring people over here. You know what, screw it. Let's go ahead and do free wheels. I haven't activated free wheels in a long time. Okay, so we need to research it. Free wheels. Very good. And let's go ahead and activate it. Free wheels.
The poor are complaining that they cannot afford to drive an automobile. And the rich are complaining that they keep running over the poor on their way to work. We can kill 2 birds with 1 diesel-fueled stone by providing state-supported vehicles for everyone. Sure, they will not be as sexy or as terrible for the environment as our own cars, but they will be just as dangerous and fun to crash.
Okay, so now that we have activated that, we can go ahead and destroy all of our bus garages, because we're not going to need buses to haul people around no more. And so now we can go ahead and just start building parking decks around. So we kind of just want to sprinkle them in here and there. Maybe that's enough. Let's go ahead and quick build these up. Let's play. Okay, cool. Max out the budget on those. We can do camera surveillance as well. Okay, so there's that. And so very soon we're going to start to see a lot of cars driving around, so that's pretty cool. Making good money consistently, very nice. And so what's nice about this is that like everyone's going to be at their job sites way more often. Let's go ahead and demolish some of these shacks. Hopefully people will move out of that area. We still have 120 homeless families. And we have lots of money, so let's quick build up some of these tenements. Of course, lowest budget on them, and let's go ahead and see what that's looking like. So we still need probably like 4 or 5 more tenements. Let's go ahead and build those up real quick. There's 1, 2, 3. We don't need a fast food joint anymore, and we are gonna need more movie theaters. So let's go ahead and build some of these. Can build one here. Let's do one here and maybe one here. And let's go ahead and build another, not bus garage, but parking deck. Quick build all of this up. Max out the budgets on those and these. 92 service quality. But we also have if I can find them. We're making a lot of money off of the tenements every month. That's pretty cool. The radio stations. Let's go ahead and get music all day for both of them. So this means that the movie theaters are giving a service quality of 97, which is pretty good. And as we can see now, there's lots of cars driving around on our roads, which is pretty nice. Every single person can afford a car now, which is pretty cool. So let's keep checking in. We have more vacant homes than homeless families, so as long as you have a job, then you should be able to get into a home somewhere. And so now we've pretty much solved all of our like housing issues. No more shacks should be built up anywhere. On top of that, we don't need to worry about the buses. I kind of wish that the buses function more like the bus stations on cities. Like you could set up multiple, like a bus route. That'd be nice. Alrighty, and so we've done a pretty good job of patching up our little island here. So now we don't need to worry about all the drones and stuff. And everything's looking pretty good. Our population numbers are looking really nice. Could do with another tenement, so let's go ahead and do that. Place this one here, quick build it. Nice, okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut this episode here because it's getting pretty close to 30 minutes. Made some decent progress after reverting back to save 6, and hopefully soon, like, well, it's not going to take long, like after another episode or 2 will actually be further than where I was on the previous save, solely because I was just focusing way too much on drones, I think. However, I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to follow along with more Tropico 6 series like this, then be sure to subscribe. Peace.